Good morning, children. We are discussing about the chapter number 22, probability. So, lot of basic concepts we have studied, we have discussed in previous classes. I'm not going to repeat again and again. So, previous class, what we have discussed, the last one, that is definition of probability. Yes, this is very important. So, definition of probability can be defined in this way. So P of A, P of A or anyone you take, probability of the event E can be find. So number of favorable, outcomes, number of favorable outcomes to the event E, divided by total number of possible outcomes. So therefore P of E is equal to, this can be written as N of E, total number of possible outcomes, N of S. So this is the important formula to find the probability of an event. Now next point, that is sure event. Next definition. Yes. Again, consider a random experiment, tossing a coin. Then sample space, head appears or tail appears. Yes. What is the value of total number of possible outcomes? That is 2. Now consider event. Event means, I told you, event means subset of the sample space is called event. Subset of all the subset of a sample space is called as event. Now sure event. Sure event means, consider event E. The condition is head appears or tail appears. Head appears or tail appears. This is a condition mentioned. Therefore, yes, what is the value of N of E? Both you have to consider. I told you itself, sample space itself is one of the subset. Head appears or tail appears means again, yes, H and T. Therefore, what is the value of N of E? So N of E is equal to 2. Yes, by using this formula, find the value of probability of E. So P of E is equal to N of E divided by N of S. What is the value of N of E? 2. What is the value of N of S? Is also 2. Let's cancel these 2. What is the value of probability of event E? 1. So this is called sure event. So the probability of event is always equal to 1, then it is called sure event. Remember this. Probability of the event is always exactly 1, always 1, not less than 1 or more than 1. Then it is called sure event. Why? Because compulsory either head appears or tail appears. Anyone will get, no problem. Anyone will get. Either head or tail. Either head or tail means, so the condition is here, head appears or tail appears. So once again you write H and T. Therefore N of E is equal to 2. P of E is equal to, by using formula, N of E divided by N of S, 2 by 2, that is equal to 1. So what is the meaning of sure event? Sure event means an event which is always happens is called, is called as sure event. Then you can say in this also, the probability of an event is always equal to 1, then it is called as sure event. Yes, what is the definition of this one? Probability of the event, probability of the event is always equal to 1. It is is called as sure event. This is very important. Suppose if you got the probability of the event 1, then it is called as sure event. So what is the probability of a sure event? Yes, exactly 1. Then it is called as sure event. Okay. Next we'll discuss about the next one, impossible event. Next one. Next one, impossible event. Yes. Impossible, cannot happen. For example, yes, throwing a die once. Note down the sample space. 1 appears, or 2 appears, maybe 3 appears, maybe 4 appears, maybe 5 appears, maybe 6 appears. Yes, what is the value of n of s is equal to 6. Now, consider let E be the event that 7 appears. Let E be the event that 7 appears. Therefore, n of E or E is equal to, right, first E is equal. Yes, is it happens? Is it possible? 7 appears, 7 appears. Maximum 6 is here. 7 appears. So this is impossible. Impossible means very important, null set. I told you null set is also one of the subset of the sample space. Null set is also one of the subset of the sample space. So 7, it is impossible to get. So therefore, so this is null set. Therefore, if it is null set, the total number of elements in the null set is equal to 0. This is very important. And therefore, probability of this event is equal to, again note down formula, n of E divided by n of S. So what is the value of n of E? 0. N of S, 6. So this value is 0. Yes, this is called as impossible event. Why it is called impossible event? Because probability of the impossible event is always 0. Sure event is always 1. Impossible event 0. Why? Because why it is called impossible? We cannot get 7 because maximum last number 6 is there. We cannot get, or less than 1 also we take, no problem, less than 1. We cannot get less than 1. So if a die is thrown, we get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Only one number will turns up. We get any one out of these 6. 7, highly it is impossible. So the impossible event means the probability of the impossible event is always 0, or a event which is having probability 0, then it is called as impossible event. Yes, note down definition. Yes, event probability of the event is always equal to 0. Then it is called impossible event. What is the probability of the impossible event? 0. What is the probability of the sure event? 1. Sure event 1. Impossible event is always, the probability, its probability is always 0. Is it clear? Okay, right. Let us see next one. Just now we have discussed about first one, sure event. What is the probability of a sure event? Is 1. So next one, impossible event. What is the probability of impossible event? 0. So next one, elementary event. Please note down all these definitions on your classwork notebook. Please don't neglect. Elementary event. Yes, consider a random experiment, tossing a coin once, sample space, head appears or tail appears. Next, let E be the event that head appears. Head appears. Now, note down the possible outcomes. 1. So, how many possible outcomes are there? Only one. Then it is called elementary event. Please don't get confusion here. Possible outcome 1, not probability 1. Possible outcome 1. Then it is called as elementary event. So, what is the meaning of elementary event? Elementary event is the event which is having only one possible outcome. Which is having only one possible outcome. Then it is called as elementary event, or an event which has only one possible outcomes or only one favorable outcome. Then it is called as elementary event. Let's note down definitions. An event which has only one possible outcome. Only one possible outcome. It is called elementary event. Which is called elementary event. So this is very important. An event which has only one possible outcome, not probability. Possible outcome 1. Probability 1 means that is sure event. Probability 0 means that is impossible event. Possible outcome only 1. Possible outcome 1. If you want, you can write another example also. Instead of head, tail appears. That's exactly one possible outcome. Then it is also called as elementary event. Next, opposite to this, that is complementary event or compound events. Or complementary, compound events. Compound event. Let's consider a random experiment. A die is thrown. A die is thrown. What are the possible outcomes? Maybe 1 appears, or 2 appears, or 3 appears, or 4 appears, or 5 appears, or 6 appears. So this is the possible outcomes if a die is thrown. What is the value of n of s? Total number of possible outcomes is equal to 6. As consider an event. Let E be the event that even number appears. Even number appears. Even number appears. Yes, note down what are the even numbers from this set. 2 is even number, 4 is also even number, 6 is also even number. Yes, what is the value of n of 3? N of E, that is 3. Why? Because we have 3 options. Maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 6. So 3 options means this is more than one possible outcomes. So what you have observed last definition, exactly only one possible outcome. Then it is called as elementary event. Here more than one possible outcomes, maybe 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. Exactly one means then it is called as elementary event. So more than one possible outcomes, then it is called as compound event. Yes, what is the meaning of compound event? Compound event is an event or an event. Let's note down definition. An event which has more than one possible outcomes. More than one possible outcomes. It is called compound event. It is called compound event. Which has only one possible outcome, then it is called elementary event. More than one possible outcome, then it is called as compound event. Okay na? So remaining part we will discuss next period.